All right, guys, so here we are. Off camera the other day, I went ahead and built out pretty much all of the walls. I also went over to Home Depot, grabbed the planks, so I got to install those. And then I grabbed the plywood for the roof, the sheeting for the sides, and most of the wood and everything for the roof itself. So we should be rocking and rolling today. The only thing I wasn't able to grab was the shingles for the roof, as well as the tar paper. I do have some tar paper for the old shed. I have like a huge roll and a half. I may just use that, but with the experience that I had with the other shed, I'm going to wait to roll the tar paper out until after I get the shingles. So if I'm having to go get the shingles anyway, then I might as well just grab another roll of tar paper. So I'm hoping to get quite a bit done today. In mental review, I may have to cut down some of the walls because I did 8 feet by 8 feet, which is what this is. It's 16 feet long, and there's 2 walls here, but I didn't really allow for the actual studs. So when you get to this side, they're 2x4s, so you're going to have a 4-inch gap on the plate. Well, when you get down here, even though this is 16 feet long, well, this wall here cuts into that 16 feet, and so does that wall over there. So I actually have to trim both sides and bring them in 4 inches, and I didn't really realize that. So I'm going to put it up and measure just in case, and then kind of go from there. So let's get to it. But before we actually do that, I need to screw in the missing planks that I had, and then cut up the plywood, and actually lay the layers on for the actual flooring. So I'm going to go ahead and screw these in first, then lay the layers of plywood so it establishes the full floor. Then I can start working on the walls. Let's get to it. All right, guys. So all the floor joists are now screwed in. It was a little bit of a slow start because I had forgotten that I cut to ensure that it's a 12 by, or a 16 by 16 square. I forgot that these center joists are 189 inches versus the top is like 196 or whatever it is, whatever 16 feet is, because you have to account for the basically what we consider the top and the bottom 2 by 6. So you have to account for those measurements, because if you don't, then when you put the plywood over, it doesn't go over the joist, or you're missing like 4 to 6 inches. That's what she said, right? Anyway, so from here, like I said, I need to go ahead and lay down the plywood. That will essentially finish the floor, and then I do have to move this real quick because I popped it up. There we go. Okay, so once so now I need to lay the plywood. Now the plans showcase that I can't remember if it's 2 full sheets, a center sheet, and 2 half sheets, and so on. But that's basically the pattern, almost like a subway tile, so that it locks in. The floor joist better. Basically, similar to Lego, where you've got 2 pieces that are like this. You don't really want that. You want to cover it so that you have something connecting or clutching everything together. So let's get to work on that. right, guys. So I checked the plans, and yes, it calls for a 4 foot, 8 foot, 4 foot, to 8 feet, 4 foot, 8 feet, 4 foot, and then to 8 feet. So essentially, I need to cut two of these boards. Okay, 4 feet uh, to center. Now, as you guys can see, there are lines on this plywood. They should line up, but they don't. So you want to make sure that you're not just saying, "Hey, this looks right. I'm going to go ahead and just follow the lines that are on the plywood." No, always make sure that you are measuring out, because if you don't, it's going to be off. So, for example, this one, the black line should be in the center at 8 feet. However, it's an inch and a half off. So you want to make sure that you're following those lines. So let me get the level. I'm going to mark this out and then cut two of these sheets. Alright guys, so the floor is done. Alright, so now it's time for the walls. So I don't have much time left before I gotta go pick up my daughters. So I'm gonna try to at least get everything kind of somewhat put together. All the walls are pretty much assembled, and as you can see, it's getting a little windy, so as it gets windier, it'll be harder to actually put up the walls. Everything that I've seen online when it comes to the siding is you put it on before the walls go up. Like basically you would put it on right now. The reason for that is because it's easier to put them up when they're laying down than upright. So I'm going to try one wall like that and then see how it goes. Those pieces, the siding is pretty heavy, so I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be able to like balance and do it all myself. And my wife really can't help me, and neither can my daughters. So if I can't lift it with both on, then I'll take them off and do it, and then I'll go from there. The bad part is all the siding is on my trailer underneath all the plywood for the roofing. Smart. So now I got to take all that off and get to the siding. So probably won't have time. Probably won't have time to actually start on the walls until maybe tomorrow or Friday. So we'll see. As it gets later in the afternoon, it gets windier, so it'll of course get harder and harder to put up the walls. Good part about the mornings is it stays fairly calm, but then once noon comes around, we get, as you can kind of see, a little bit more wind. It feels nice, but it's a pain in the butt when it comes to building. So I'm going to unload that and see where we're at. All right, so unloaded that. Put the siding on, and the siding is 8 feet long, but my walls are 8 feet 4 inches long. So I need to cut down my walls. All of them. By like 4 inches. Alright, so I won't have time to do that today, because I literally have to rebuild every single wall, which is going to suck. Good news is The walls didn't take much time to build, so, and it shouldn't take much time to unbuild them. So yeah, that sucks. Well, I'm not. I never claimed to be a carpenter. So so yeah, maybe that sucks. That sucks.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank all of my Patreon supporters. It really means a lot that you've taken the time, energy, effort to support my channel, the videos that I create, and the live streams. It really does mean a lot. If you're not a member, please go to patreon.com/36brix. That's patreon.com/36brix. Check out my memberships. And if you like what you see, please sign up. If not, click the donate button.
Ooh, this one's cool. Check this one out. I agree, that one's cool, but this one's awesome. Ooh, I like this one. I just can't stop watching. Well, I like them all, and I'm gonna subscribe. Can you do the same? Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on 36 Brix.